Oh, that did not.
Did nothing. Absolutely nothing. Today, we are here to react to the very first episode of My Hero Academia Vigilantes. This is a manga that we did read a while back when it first came out, and we are both big My Hero fans, or more honestly, I guess we should say we were big My Hero fans. I think like a lot of people, I mean, it was such a big part of our like anime fandom.
Ugh, yeah, like peak My Hero days.
Yeah.
Like weekly. Like what a life. What a ride.
What a time.
What a time. It's very nostalgic for me. And even when we had read the first volume of this manga, we had already kind of
started to fall off a little bit.
Yeah, so this, when it was introduced to us, was like, oh, this is a breath of fresh air when it comes to My Hero.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to hear that it got announced to be an anime, because I think a lot of people are missing out on this.
Yeah, it seemed to promise like everything that I wanted from My Hero, which was just for it to be like a bit darker, for it to be a bit more mature. It's still very shonen, but at least from what I remember, because we did read it a long time ago, like it checked those boxes. Like it was what I wished My Hero would be, and it was actually like something that for a prequel was really, really good. I loved the idea of like the main character's quirk being something that like wasn't super powerful or wasn't super cool, almost in like a Mystery Men type of way.
Yeah, and I think that everyone gravitates to an underdog, and like Deku was that underdog for so long, and then just became so OP that like this is the real
right. This is a little bit
the
more
underbelly of the underdog. Like yeah,
this is what's going on at the academy.
No.
This is what's happening on the streets.
Yeah.
And I want to see what's going on the streets.
Yeah.
And it's nothing against My Hero. I want to be very clear about that too. Like I think I just kind of, because of the weights, or even maybe because I had caught up with the manga at a certain point, like I don't know. I just started watching other things, reading other things, and just slowly over time, like it became less of a priority until I just stopped altogether. I still have people in my life who follow My Hero and who are up to date on it, and the anime at least, and are very much still love it. So again, I'm not knocking it. It's just that's just my experience with the show. But I'm very excited. I think we're both very excited to jump in to episode 1 of Vigilantes, just to see how they adapted it. From the trailers, it looked like the animation was top notch. So let's just jump right in, and we'll share some thoughts with you after the fact. But for now, let's jump into our reaction of episode 1, I'm Here. If you're watching this on YouTube and you wish you could see things a little more clearly, well, you can by going to patreon.com/volume1pod and trying out our Patreon for absolutely 100% free for the first 7 days. You get access to not just this unobscured, uncut reaction, but to our entire backlog of anime that we have reacted to. You can also click join somewhere next to the subscribe button on this video to become a YouTube member. So consider checking that out if it seems like something you would be interested in. But with that out of the way, on to the reaction.
中国経験史に誕生した発光する赤子その赤子の出生を皮切りに後に個性と呼ばれる得意能力を発現現在世界総人口の約8割が何らかの個性を持つ超人社会になったそんな混沌とした世界に生まれた職業がヒーローだヒーローは政府の認可のもと有能な個性を駆使して社会に奉仕する
The OGs.
This is making me feel like Avengers, you know. It's like,
These are my Avengers right here.
Getting me nostalgic.
選ばれることなくイリーガルヒーロー彼らの正義とは何なのか
Oh, my man.
そもそも
Hell yeah. This whole squad is really cool.
緑谷五が雄英高校に入る前に起こった本物のヒーローを目指すビジランテの物語
Before his ass was even in high school. Whoa.
Oh, very comic booky. Okay. Oh shit, we got a munch on our hands.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Even just hearing that after so long
No, I know.
brings me right back.
Fucking G.
やっぱ生で見るとすごいなってやば大学遅刻するうわ
Oh. I thought he was pissing.
買ったばかりだぜおよもれよ土下座だすみませんでした本当に
No thought. Just-
偉いとねえのかよ
Oh.
でもあんま早くねえなほっといて
But bro.
That's always my favorite part about like idols in anime. You get to actually like hear the music.
Yeah.
Hey, hey. And she's like a rogue, like she's kind of like a street performer, right?
She's like a freelance idol.
Does these like
On her
pop
own.
up shows.
She's pop step.
Oh yeah. I mean, I guess that makes sense. Yeah.
歌はパッとしないし派手なメイクで顔もよくわからないあの時彼女がキラキラして見えたのはいいな跳躍の個性やばアイドル時間
I feel like running would be faster.
It probably would be. Oh, she sees him. She's like, "Who's that freak?"
On the
人間は
floor.
自分が見上げてるものに憧れる
Ew, yeah, dude, your hands would be fucking nasty,
Yeah.
dirty, like,
Yeah.
especially in a city.
不公平だよね
Something about the blue light made me not think of that, but
No, right. It's not a sanitizing light. You wouldn't want that in, downtown LA.
oh hell no, and it's smelling like piss.
He's working, man. Losers.
I mean, yeah, they don't have a life really. I don't think.
Unemployed. Well, this is their job, I guess.
Oh no, they're
Picking on convenience store workers.
なんなのあいつら警察なんとかしてよ決めた今夜はあれをやってやるとっておきのスーツに着替えて
yes,
思い
king.
切り個性を使ってスカッとしてやるんだ落としましたよ深夜バスの停留所は
Oh, it was,
Is that Midoriya's mom?
yeah. It's like Spider-Man dressing up like Batman in a Batman hoodie,
Yeah.
doing Spider-Man shit.
いいことすると気分がいいぜあー疲れた喉乾いた
はいどうぞ
いやどうもってどれポップステップなんでこんなところに
よく街でゴミ拾いとかしてるんだよねゴキブリマン
親切マン
そのダサパーカーオールマイトのコスプレでしょ
そうだよ俺は彼を目標になるべく世の中の役に立ちたいと思ってるのあとダサくないかっこいい
なるべくね
君のアイドルごっこもやりすぎると警察に捕まるから気をつけてね
ちょっと私のはごっこじゃないし本気だし
Oh,
Oh.
these fucking bozos
They're like
again?
stalkers. They're stalking.
Oh, I remember this in the manga.
ケツ出し JK ってネットで有名な痛い女
顔出し NG だぜ
じゃあすっぴん取ってネットで晒すべ
やめたまえ君たち確かに関係ないですよね
やめてよ
ダサバーカーじゃないし身の程マンでもないぞ
He said, I'm just gonna walk away.
He almost
I
did.
know.
親切マンだ
おめえ何言って
不意打ちだ
Woo! Oh, that did not.
Did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Oh, that was not.
なんだよく見りゃ知った面だなゴキブリ野郎がヒーロー気取りかよ
Oh,
Oh my god.
よし決めたてめえはあのコンビニごとぶっ潰してやる
Why the
It's not his.
store?
I know. I know.
He doesn't own the store.
裸に向いて晒してやるよ
Billy Butcher. Just kidding.
Hello.
そムカつくからに決まってんだろうが
助けてオールマイトって言って
ほら言ってみろよほらどうして
Oh my god.
俺たちがどれだけ助けを求めても飛んでくるはずが
Eee.
Sick.
なんだ
貴様らオールマイトの話をしていたか。だが俺がいる。多少不格好な着地になったが心配はいらん。
Let's fucking go.
よっ。
いきなり何してやがる。何者だと何をするか。俺の名はナックルダスター。貴様らのようなクズ専門の掃除屋だ。
Janitor of the fist? That goes hard.
こいつも外れと。おい小僧、
僕はこいつらとは関係が。
お前は見どころのあるやつだ。人手がいる。俺の仕事を手伝い、お前をヒーローにしてやる。
僕そういうの興味ないんで。
嘘だな。オールマイトを尊敬し、人助けを趣味とする。そんなお前がヒーローの仕事に興味がないだと。
いやでも僕のヘボい個性じゃプロの資格なんか取れませんし。
それがどうした。
どうしたって。
強力な個性にプロ資格。なすべきことを前にしたとき行動を起こせるか否か。
つまり無資格なのかこのおっさん。
To say all that, this guy is not official.
何が正義だ。
Bro!
この女の面スパイクでぐちゃぐちゃにしてやんだ。
Jesus.
なすべきことを前にしたときただその一点。
Fuck yeah, dude.
よくやった小僧。
God.
Yeah, his
damn.
punches are fucking insane.
I would have killed that boy.
No, I
dude.
know. Point blank with fucking brass knuckles? Yeah.
しかし念のため身元は確認しておこう。小僧、ヒーローという仕事のやりがいをじっくり教えてやる。悪党を殴るとスカッとするぞ。
He looks so cool.
He does.
戦力で事態
That's an absolute no for me. Jeez.
ありがとうでも助かりましたでもなく、そのヤバいのなんだけど。
はい回り高一19歳、人並み大学1年生。
俺の学生証。
高一と呼ぶぞ。それとも新設マンの方がいいが。
勝手に見ないでくださいよ。
なんだ冷蔵庫の中は麦茶だけか。ビールがあるな。
それは大学の先輩たちが来た時用の。
ガキのくせにけしからん。
That's so funny.
クソが。あのゴキブリ野郎も暴力知事も絶対ぶっ殺す。あれは関わっちゃダメなやつだ。
Mm-hmm.
誰だお前。
いいお薬あるんすけど。俺はこの町に出回ってるドラッグを探し回っている。
ドラッグですか。
新型のヤバいやつだ。使用者の理性を弱め個性をブーストさせる。つまり
I think a different version of this, or maybe like a just better version of this, shows up in My Hero too.
警察のプロヒーロー
Jesus.
奴らの後手に回らざるを得ん。俺とお前で怪しい奴を呼び止めて下を確認する。
下？
トリガーの乗用車は副作用で下が変色する。
Oh, okay. Okay.
どす黒い色にな。下が黒い奴は即座に殴り倒し、
いきなり殴っちゃうんですか。
先手必勝だ。ジャンキーどもがトリガーを撃つ前に肩をつける。
また冗談きついっすね。思いたかったか。そうなんじゃなかった。ステップ。いや実は今
ジャンキーとか売人を探してるわけね。昨日はどうもけどおじさんが私のこと見捨てようとしたの忘れてませんから。
好きにしろ。
高一でいいよ。
あ、それ本名？じゃあ高一。なんであんたはそんなことに付き合ってんの？何今の間は。
ああ、だってこの人ほっとくと片っ端から通行に殴ろうとするし。
ちゃんと怪しいやつから順番に殴っている。チャラチャラした若造とかな。
二人とももっと頭使ったら。街に出たヴィランなんて絶対に誰か写真撮ってんだから。ヴィランいきなりとかで検索して場所を絞り込んで、聞き込みとかはその後でいいんじゃない？
その前下を出せ。
Hey, you never know.
この人普通のサラリーマンじゃないですか。
下を出せ。
Oh.
すいません。子供向けのフィギュア。
いい大人が人形など持ち歩いて。
そういうマニアの人なんていっぱいいるし。
In the suitcase, that was crazy.
おもちゃの営業をしてまして。共に働いている人ですよ。
それは今確認する。まずはおとなしくさせてか。
Hey.
暴力行為近頃流行りの
Fuck. Me,
発エビラン
dude.
ってやつか。ワッショーヒーローイレイザーヘッド。
One of the coolest characters in all of anime. Yeah,
Very solid.
that was great, man.
Very solid.
That took me back. It was kind of coming back to me, the manga, like as I was watching it.
Yeah.
I forgot about a lot of it, but yeah, man, like I remembered why I liked it so much. It is darker. It is very funny. Again, My Hero is great, but personally, I think as I've like grown older, I've gotten a little bit more fatigued of like the school genre.
And I think that's what, not the reason why this was created, but like this is a spinoff about like a college kid and not, I mean, Pop Step is in high school, but we have like an older protagonist who's like not signed up with the hero shit, is not permitted to be doing this, but wants to help out, like, you know, anyway.
Yeah. And they all make sense in their own like their own weird ways. Like Koichi is really, his quirk isn't the best quirk, but what he can learn to do with it or how he can be creative with using it is, to me, I think what makes this story so interesting. It's one thing to have like, you know, a great, strong quirk, but it's, I think, more fun to watch someone have like a less powerful quirk and just have to be forced to find like unique ways to use it.
I mean, that is why I think Deku is, that's why it's funny, because we see him using his quirk to the best of his abilities and then honing it and learning to use it better. And Deku kind of did the same thing. Like he had the craziest quirk ever and had to hone to like not use it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like to hold back.
Well,
essentially.
I think the thing I like about Deku, especially when I first started watching or reading My Hero, was that like he wasn't born with this ability. He lived a lot of his life quirkless.
Yes.
So that that endeared me to him a little bit more once he did obtain one of the strongest quirks known in this world.
But my point is, like, even if you have a strong quirk, you have to work at it. Like, you can't just be going around and doing crazy shit. And that's why I think, like, even the drug kind of ties into that, because correct me if I'm wrong, like, in the explanation of the drug, it essentially, like, makes their quirk go out of control. Like, so
it heightens it to a degree that, like,
where it's uncontrollable, so they just become a villain because they
probably
can't.
I think they become even a little mindless and maybe are solely focused on destruction.
But that's just crazy.
Yeah,
because it's like, if you can't hone it, then you can just be really terrible. And I like that in like hero media. I mean, this like kind of reminds me of, like, not the same at all, but anything that is like superhero related, like The Boys, like fighting people with abilities. Also,
they got Gen V in it.
They got Gen V. They do have Gen V. No, essentially, kind of no, but that doesn't turn you into a villain. I mean, having that much power might much power might. That's the point.
Right.
With great power. I don't know the rest of it.
You're full of shit, dude.
I was joking. It was a joke.
But yeah, I like how, Pop Step has access to social media and this like network of fans that can like, it's almost like her what was that guy from Game of Thrones who had his what did he call them, like his birds or whatever the fuck?
Oh, right. Yeah, my little birds told me, or some whatever the fuck.
She's got her network of people that can kind of like,
but it's
look
also
into things for her.
Right. It's that, but also just like, you guys are working way too hard. Like, you just have to do a simple search. Like, there's people uploading, not even my fans, but just in general, like, use the internet, and they're like, what?
Yeah, but that's why I like all of them. They all bring something like needed and unique and interesting to this dynamic. Them as a unit, as a team, is a lot of fun, and it's what makes this show. I'm a sucker for everything that this show does. Like, it's a prequel series, which I have to admit I'm a bit of a sucker for. So when I see characters like Eraserhead, even in a teaser that I saw a clip of posted on YouTube, we got to see the previous like Ingenium, like even a younger All Might. Like I am
Prime.
such as it makes the world just feel more full and more alive to get to go back and experience the history. I'm a sucker for it. I made the Mystery Men comparison earlier too, because it's one of my favorite movies about a group of heroes who have like awful, nasty, weird, disgusting, sometimes abilities that like people don't even believe they actually have. And by the end of the movie, they find a way to turn these like very weird, off-putting abilities into something like cool. It's an underdog story in that way. I like that. And again, like the dark academia, the school genre is huge and it's popular. I mean, even going all the way back to things like Harry Potter, like, I mean, it's a staple.
I mean,
of,
Soul
like,
Eater.
storytelling.
They did the same thing with Soul Eater as well. Like they did Soul Eater Not, and it focuses on different characters, but you do like get to see Maka and like Soul and Tsubaki and Black Star.
It's so popular because of like what it allows you to do. Like it's a device that like, if done well, can work and showcase like so many different abilities and introduce you to so many different characters, like in the way of like, you know, tuning exams or in the way of like these hero class battles, you know. So it's a really good way to like introduce an ensemble and like very quickly and rapid fire like through a bunch of different abilities or whatever.
And there is like a time and a place, like you're saying. Like
for sure.
There is like really good series that do follow that kind of like formula of like throwing a bunch of kids who have crazy abilities or like a bunch of assassins or a bunch of people with powers, and seeing how, you know, how they react or how they hone their skills along the way. And I think that with people like me and you who maybe have been feeling kind of fatigued on My Hero, I'm not saying that's everyone, but it could be, you know, from personal experience, like the two of us, to get something like this, just it's like, oh, like I remember why I loved My Hero. Like I remember why I liked the like vibe, and I think they captured it. Like it doesn't feel too far off from like My Hero at all.
No.
It's in the same world. It is like a perfect blend. Like the animation was gorgeous. And I think, I mean, we talked about like, you know, when we are kind of doing these kind of like episode ones to kind of make it similar to like a volume one of like, will we continue to watch it after this? Like, were things set up? What, you know, did it end on a cliffhanger? Like, what entices you to continue to watch? And I think it nailed everything. I mean, you have the main character, you have pretty much the team, you have the reason why they're doing the thing that they're doing. I mean, they crammed so much in this first episode. I'm shocked.
Yeah.
Obviously
they draw you in with your race at the end. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they know what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
They got me, and it was just nice. It was fun. I think anyone who likes My Hero at all, or even if they are kind of feeling a certain type of way about it, like I would recommend watching this first episode or even like picking up the manga, because it is such a breath of fresh air to like My Hero and that world.
Like I said, I enjoy it a lot because I appreciate having something that is a little bit darker, you know, where these people are operating in the streets within, you know, anime.
Yeah.
It still like feels very My Hero. But that scene in the alley, for example, I remember in the manga it feeling almost even darker. But already we see like how dangerous, like, and how unsafe the alleys of this city are. And
because they know they count on heroes not always coming.
With people walking around with quirks, with people walking around that can, you know,
that'd be terrifying. Just in
pull
our
knives
life
out of their hands and feet. Like, no one is really safe, even with all these heroes, you know, out and about. They can't focus. They can't have their eyes and be everywhere all the time. So I love that too. I love that the danger feels dangerous. Like everything feels more realistic. Even like Koichi, like having a part-time job. It's the reason I really connected with Kaiju number 8 so much, because Kafka had a job and he was older, and he like, I just connected that more as I get older. So it's kind of refreshing I guess. And I
It
highly
is.
recommend it too. I thought the animation was fantastic. I liked the little comic book.
I loved
What are
it.
they? I guess onomatopoeias or whatever.
Yeah, like the sounds, like the sound
yeah.
effects. Like I assume like it's only gonna get better because we've only seen so many fights.
Yeah. Bringing into some of the old scores too, like that All Might.
I know
like,
that fucking like that makes me like emotional, like genuinely. Like I was so into My Hero. I loved it. It was so peak. Like I remember back in, I think it was 2016, maybe 17, watching like, you know, one of the episodes, All Might versus fucking Might All, what the fuck is
All
his
for
name?
One?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Might
history.
All.
That was history.
That was so
Like,
insane.
that was some you had to be there type shit.
We were all
crazy.
there. We all met up to watch it on a TV, and yeah, we poured one out that day. And it was
I don't even remember where I was when I watched it, but it was
where
just
were
like,
you
yeah,
with
were
All
you?
Might versus.
But it was incredible, dude. Like I just remember
And it was a build up also.
it meant so much to me because I think like everybody, sometimes we all go in and out of certain things, and I had kind of been out of anime for a while, and this was kind of like me coming back to it, and it was that moment that really brought back like reminded me of every reason why I absolutely love and am obsessed with this medium. And yeah, it will always hold, My Hero will always hold such a special place in my heart for that reason, because it really kind of was the anime that like fully brought me back, because it was just like so popular at that time, and it was good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
All the the cast of characters endearing, and the mangaka just knows how to write very endearing characters, with like super strong senses of justice that you just want to root for. Like you just want to see them succeed and see them fight evil, and that's all it is, man. That's why, you know, My Hero, looking back on it, like even now, like it is just like, I don't want to say basic, but it is just that fundamentally at its core, and like that's all it needs to be.
I'll be honest, I don't even know what's happening. I've heard some things here and there, and people do seem to say it depending on like who you talk to and who you ask, that it is doing, you know, pretty unique things, and it is going in like pretty unexpected directions. But I don't
believe
know.
it. I mean, maybe one day. Never say never.
Never say never.
Never say never. I you know, bringing it back to like, I do believe that there are things that happen even in the current manga and anime that are like darker.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to say that it's completely like cookie cutter, because I don't think the main series is, but I do think that this is like obviously going more into like you said, the city stuff, the regular people stuff, not the heroes. Like drugs are being used, things like that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, it was great. It was such a fun time. That's such a fun watch.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. I mean, obviously, I assume that most people watching this have already watched My Hero,
or are watching,
or have already watched more episodes than just the first one. But if for whatever reason anybody here is on the fence, if you're on the fence about whether to watch it or continue it, I would highly recommend it. Even honestly, you're not gonna get seeing Eraserhead at the end is not going to hit as hard if you aren't a My Hero fan. Maybe a lot of things won't necessarily hit as hard if you're not a My Hero fan.
But it's still fun.
But I do think that even if you're not,
that
it's
still fun.
you can watch it. And who knows, like it might make you want to check out the original series, you know. I don't really think there's an issue with watching it, I guess technically backwards, even though canonically the timeline you'd be watching it like in the correct order. But, you know.
No, I kind of think it would be fun to, like, not really know these, like, main big heroes, because then I feel like you'd be rooting for them even more.
Oh, yeah. When they pop up in My Hero and you see things that happen in My Hero, it might hit even harder, like certain moments.
Or just, no, I meant, like, you'll be rooting for this cast.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, yeah, I don't really care about the main, because, like.
Oh, I see.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
oh, they have their licenses. Like, I can only imagine someone being like, I don't really care about all my heroes.
Yeah.
But it's like it would be just a fun.
Yeah, it is kind of funny because like
thing that could happen.
The joke that I used to make about My Hero all the time too was that like you're these heroes with powers, and I understand in this like world that you want to regulate that, and you want to keep track like of everyone and their abilities, but it is just so funny like to watch these heroes go through these like tests to just get like licenses, and these are people who don't, in Vigilantes, who don't like, aren't bogged down by that, you know what I mean? I don't know, it's just like you're gonna watch a series about like people doing paperwork and shit, you know what I mean?
Okay, let's not get that crazy.
But that was the joke. That's the joke.
Let's not get that crazy. But yeah, it's funny.
But yeah, check it out if you haven't checked it out. If you have checked it out, let us know what you thought about it. If you've watched the rest of the episodes that are out, I think as of this recording, there are like 6 episodes that are already out. Yeah, any and all thoughts, we do appreciate. Subscribing also helps. Liking the video helps a lot. And if you'd like to see the full, uncut, unobscured version of this reaction and all of our previous reactions, you can check it out by going to patreon.com/volume1pod and gain access to everything for absolutely free for the first 7 days to see what we offer and to see if it's a good fit for you and if it's something that, you would be interested in continuing. Speaking of our members, we'd like to thank everyone from the bottom of both of our hearts, no matter how you show your support. But we want to give a very special thank you to members of our V1P tier. So thank you to all, but a very special thank you to
Drew Sims, Wombo, William Martinez Ramirez,
David Ramirez, Jonathan R, and Quattro. Thank you. Like I said,
thank you guys.
Everyone,
Love
no matter
you.
how you show your support, but a very special thank you to the V1Ps. The only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today, Megan, is welcome to the streets.
Deku who?
Move over, Deku. It's Koichi's time. Or just Deku who?
This first episode was a bit quirky.
Move over, Deku. Let's just leave it at that.
Okay.
How about I keep it short?
Sure. Move over, Deku.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you for watching, for clicking on this video, for hanging out with us. And until next time, move over, Deku.
I'm coming for your ass. I'm coming for your ass. What if you just